Alright, hey guys, what's up? How are you? It's Kayla. Thank you so much for being here. So today we're going to do this makeup look that you can wear for your next Skype date, FaceTime date, Zoom call, whatever. I do want to say that in light of all the stuff that is going on, it can make just a lot of things seem really trivial. For me, YouTube is one of them, doing makeup is one of them. I felt really weird about filming and just like what I wanted to film and wanting to film things that are relevant for what's going on right now. I know this is a really hard time for a lot of people, and I think it's put quite a bit in perspective for most of us. But in this video, I'm going to be giving you some tips and things to do in quarantine to make your life a little bit easier and hopefully help you adjust to our new normal for the next month or so. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. I'll stop talking and we will just get right into it. I feel like I have to say good morning because it feels so early right now, even though it's like 9:30, which isn't that early, but it feels early, so I'm gonna say good morning. But like I probably already said in my intro, we're gonna be doing a little quarantine Zoom, FaceTime, Skype makeup. We're gonna do our makeup and talk about a few things, some current events, so let's just jump right in. I've already done my eyebrows. I used this little L'Oreal, it's like a brow, it's like a I don't know, I'll link it down below. I have no idea what it's called because the thing is rubbed off on it and I didn't buy it, so good. This whole look is for us to sit on our couch, sit on our bed, at our desk, in front of our computer, so nothing is going to be super complex. That's the plan, at least. So I'm just going to take some of my moisturizer. This is the St. Ives Timeless Collagen Elastin Moisturizer. I hope this focuses. It's focusing. It's kind of bright over here, so it might not. Whatever, this is what the top looks like. And I obviously went ahead and washed my face this morning. So some of the stuff I obviously wanted to talk about was obviously all the stuff that's going on with Corona. They just announced not too long ago that everybody needs to basically self-quarantine and be on lockdown for another 30 days, which I'm not surprised about. I work in public health though, so maybe that's why I'm not surprised. I think, you know, a lot of people still weren't taking this very seriously, even though it's been very serious. I mean, I myself am kind of guilty of that. Like, I went to DC, like I got on a plane like a few days, like while I was in DC, they announced like the travel ban to Europe and stuff. So probably wasn't being very smart, but we're being smart now. Okay, I'm gonna take this Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. I love this foundation. It's a really natural finish. I've talked about it before. And we're just gonna lightly apply this with our beauty blender. Normally I would use a brush, but because you don't really need a ton of coverage, like we're just sitting on camera, I'm just gonna use a sponge. Yeah, this shit has been serious and I just don't think a lot of us are taking it seriously, and everybody really needs to do their part. Please be smart and stop buying up all the food in the grocery stores. That's really not necessary. But anyways, I know a lot of us are working from home, doing class from home. I'm doing both, and it's been really hard to kind of like get in a routine. So I want to share some tips with you guys about kind of how to adjust, basically. Not that I'm adjusting well, so I'm really in no position to give advice, but I figured this might help somebody. So some tips, quarantine tips. If you're working and doing class from home, or actually rewind. Even if you're not working and doing class from home, these are still good tips to kind of implement to keep you on like a routine, I guess. Make a schedule. I have started to try to do that, at least for the morning times. I start my classes Monday and Tuesday at 10 a.m. and have been rolling out of bed at 9:50 and logging on my computer. When they extended our spring break, I was sleeping in until like 11 every single day, and it still hasn't worn off. So I need to like get back in a routine of waking up early. Tip number 2, I kind of said this, set an alarm. Just still set an alarm. I think it helps your brain to kind of like be like, oh, I have shit to do. Even if you don't have shit to do, like I feel like sleeping in makes you more lethargic. I have been trying to set an alarm for 7:30 every morning and get up and just start my day. Another tip I would say is to keep healthy food and snacks around your house, your apartment, or wherever you're staying. This can be, you know, difficult. Obviously we're all trapped in our houses, and if you only have junk food in your house, that's what you're gonna be eating. When I go to the store, I don't, well, that's not true. Most junk food that I've been picking up is cookies and ice cream, and I try to only have that like as dessert. And I'd say it's been working out well so far. If you find yourself getting snacky, as I think a lot of us are, just kind of sitting around and stuff like that, try to gravitate towards healthy foods, fruits, vegetables. The stores have a lot of like fresh produce and stuff, so get some of that, get it delivered, whatever, but just try to keep up with your body, you know, while you're in quarantine. And second tip kind of goes along with that, to just move around. We're all very sedentary right now, and it's important to keep your body moving. Just stand up, do some jumping jacks, walk around your house, do some stairs, go outside, take a walk, like do whatever you need to do. Okay, I'm taking this YSL Radiant Touch. It's like a concealer, but it's not really a concealer. I think it's just kind of like a brightening fluid. I'm gonna put that under my eyes just to brighten up. Like I said, we don't really need a lot of coverage because this is for just sitting in front of the camera. Those screens are really small anyway, so it's not like you need a ton of stuff on your face. Okay, and this last tip I think is the most important for people who are working and doing classes from home like myself, and that is to separate your workspace and your like chill hangout space. Like I was saying earlier, it's really easy to like roll out of bed and just hop on your computer like in bed. Don't do that. It confuses your brain, I guess. Apparently, like if you work where you sleep, when it's time to go to sleep, your body's not tired or your brain doesn't think it's time for bed. And you're also just more productive if you get up and you go sit somewhere else. So let's move on to the rest of the face, because the eyes are going to be super simple. Okay, so the rest of the face, I'm going to be using my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is the best bronzer in the entire world, you guys. I'm convinced. And we are just going to bronze the perimeter and over the bridge of the nose. So the next thing I wanted to talk about was just things to do while you're in the house. I know people are getting kind of stir crazy and antsy and getting cabin fever and stuff. There's plenty to do in the house. I mean, maybe that's easy for me to say because I'm a homebody and I love being home and I'm an introvert and I love being by myself anyways, but there's so much you can do. So work out was one of the things that I said. You can also paint. You can read. I should probably get into some more books. I'm not much of a reader, but so you can read, bake, and cook. Since a lot of us don't have to commute anymore, or long ass commutes, you can just whip it up in the kitchen with all that extra time that you have. I want to try to start baking some stuff. I think that would be really fun. Of course, FaceTime people, Zoom people, Skype people. study, clean and organized. I've been doing that a lot. Oh, I'm taking this Wet n Wild color icon blush in Mellow Wine. Just adding a little bit of color to the face so that picks up on camera. Not too much. Don't want to let you try it too hard for your little FaceTime date. But yeah, so clean, organize, redecorate your room, your house. And right, I have told myself I wanted to get back into journaling every day, which I am going to try to do. A lot of people are kind of struggling with everything that's going on, especially if you live alone. If you are living by yourself, please hang in there, call your friends, call your mom, but don't be discouraged. Okay, we're gonna move on to eyes. We're gonna do this really quick. I'm actually almost done. This is great. I'm just gonna use the butter bronzer just to give some depth and color to the eyes. Last thing I'm gonna do is just put on a little bit of mascara. If you want to put on lashes, you can put on lashes. I don't think it's super necessary, but you can do it if you want. I think this is it, to be very honest with you. You can put on a lipstick if you want. I am not, but obviously if you want to put on lipstick, you could. I just took off lip balm to just put it back on. But that's it, you guys. This is your little Skype, Zoom, FaceTime, quarantine makeup tutorial. I hope it was helpful. Super simple, super easy. You don't need to do too much. I do want to say that I hope everybody is healthy. I hope everybody is staying safe and being smart. These are really crazy times, but they will pass. Probably not soon, unfortunately. Just being very realistic, but I think everyone just needs to hunker down and do their part and stay positive. So that's all I have for you guys. I will be back soon with some more content, and until next time, I'll see you next time. Bye.